Good evening, everyone. I'm Moonspirit, and it's time for the 2015 Year in Video Games Review. Man, it's been one crazy year, hasn't it? Some good? Yes! 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 Some sad? And the one that royally pissed us off. So like last year, I'll be counting off all the games of 2015 that I played thus far because I couldn't have played every single game that came out. For the record, I got a PS4 in December and I just started playing a few of the games of this year. Also, I had a PC that wasn't even capable of playing any games, even if some of them didn't require that much hardware. But enough about that. Let's talk about the games that I had the pleasure of playing in 2015. I admit that I'm not a huge multiplayer gamer since I mostly suck at them, but this ain't catching in as a Call of Duty clone. Oh no. This is a totally different game. The object of the game is to splat your team's ink all over the map and cover as much ground as possible. There is a huge assortment of weapons to choose from, as well as clothes to suit your playstyle, as long as you level up, of course. Shame there is no voice chat for team communication, but we all know what happens when voice chat is enabled.
I'm so bad! I'm so bad at this game, guys! I can't!
While the multiplayer seems to be the main attraction, there is a single player campaign and it's pretty sweet as you play as a squid kid and you have to stop the Octarians. The campaign may not be as captivating as one would hope, but the hidden goodies should give some incentive with sunken scrolls detailing the lore of this universe. It's an interesting read when you have the time to look them up. Oh, did I forget to mention the kick-ass soundtrack? Splatoon, without a doubt, is a splat-tastic sensation, so get this game and have an ink of a time. Just remember, stay fresh! This small indie title caught my eye with a single pixel protagonist who can evolve into 8-bit to 16-bit forms. This alone made me buy this for my Wii U, and here are my results. The adventure feels really grand, all thanks to the score, orchestrated by Shovel Knight composer Jake Kaufman. You play as a lowly pixel peasant named Pip that must save his pixelated kingdom from an evil sorceress who de-reses everyone into pixels and kidnaps the princess for her magic. As stated before, you can evolve into 8-bit and 16-bit forms, each of which have their own pros and cons. Each levels have very perplexing platforming segments that will make you think with your transformations on how to approach every scenario. Not to mention that you also have to rescue the many townsfolk. It's a very unique platformer to say the least, and I think you guys should go out and try it, as it is available on Steam, PS4, and Xbox One. This is definitely a pixelated pleasure. Okay, technically, this is not an actual game, but this might as well be, as it takes Shovel Knight into a different playing field. This time, you play as the eccentric explorer himself, Plague Knight. The minute you play him, you notice a real big difference in playstyle compared to Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight is more melee based, while Plague Knight uses a huge variety of bombs, which has several customization options to choose from, like throwing style, different explosions, and even types of fuses. That's not all, for he is a little more agile than our shoveled hero, as he can do double jumps and even make a charged explosive jump for those hard to reach places. But some of the level designs are added in for our beaked protagonist. It doesn't change the fact that this game can still be hard if you aren't careful. Plague of Shadows is explosively exceptional, and the best part? It's free with the game update! You have no excuse for not playing this! Unless you haven't played Shovel Knight yet. which you really should. I admit that I became a Fallout fan when 3 came out, though I loved New Vegas more. But this was the game that convinced me to buy a PS4, and I'm glad I did. The wasteland of the Commonwealth is desolately beautiful in all the right ways, and there is so much to do and explore. One of the biggest changes in the series is the ability to create, as you can make your own house, put up defenses, and modify weapons, armor, and power suits. All this by collecting all the junk you find that were practically useless in previous iterations. Unfortunately, the building mechanic could use some work, because building houses and fences shouldn't be rocket science! Also, the dialogue system has been nerfed to fewer options, and there's hardly a karma system as far as I could see. And leveling up is totally different too, as you can only gain certain perks at certain levels, which kinda sucks. Regardless, I played several hours into the game, and I just barely scratched the surface of what this game has to offer. One thing for sure is that war never changes. And neither will my love for this game. Despite some glitches, of course. Zip up your vault suits and put on your Pip-Boys, because this is a barren, bountiful land of badassery. Sorry. That was bad. Moving along. I highly doubt anybody is aware of this game, but the trailer for it did catch my attention for its simple game mechanic and art direction, as well as the promise of many unlockable indie characters. Regardless, the title itself is really catchy, as it is wonderful wordplay as Rumble with Rainbow, or Run with Rainbow in it. Or was that supposed to be double wordplay or something? Anyway, this game has very simple objectives to accomplish, like race to the finish, collect coins, or finish off a set number of enemies. Simple in concept, but Rumble can make it easy or pretty difficult. You see, colors play a huge role as the background constantly changes in many different colors, and there are several obstacles to overcome or take advantage of based on that color, like spikes to avoid by jumping into open gaps by the colors, or jump on platforms that are visible, so prepare to die a lot. This game is meant to be a multiplayer game, as it can hold up to 9 players in total, way more than Smash Bros. Does. Unfortunately, I don't have that many friends to play this game, and I don't think they even know about this game either. Nor does everybody else. But give this one a try, as it is a colorful, chaotic rumble. Spread the word and get ready to rumble! I love the Batman Arkham series as a whole, even though Origins was definitely the weakest one of them all. I knew I had to get my hands on Arkham Knight eventually, although the initial release was less than stellar. Sorry, PC Master Race. But now that I played it, here's what I think about Rocksteady's final Batman adventure. I thought Arkham City was vast, but that was just a fraction of what was to come, as now the entire city of Gotham is your playground for you and the now drivable Batmobile. It's awesome! In theory, because driving this behemoth is hard and I find myself using its tank mode a lot more. But now Batman has a new set of tricks up his sleeve, like taking out multiple enemies in rapid succession in fear attacks, as well as other gadgets in your disposal, and even more crimes to analyze. Speaking of which, there's a lot more of the Batman Rogues gallery to contend with, though why Riddler is now interested in making racetracks for the Batmobile is beyond me. I honestly have been more invested in this game's plot than any of the other Arkham games before it, though it's not the best of the series by any means. I can truly say that this is bat-tastic. Become vengeance. Become the Knight. Become
Batman!
Holy Holy crap, this game is so adorable and gorgeous. Imagine Kirby's epic yarn biting glorious HD with Yoshi. I just want to cuddle in its little world. Even the woolly Yoshi amiibo is so cute. Speaking of amiibos, they can customize the yarn Yoshi's looks, except for the Pokemon for some reason. It plays just as you expect out of a Yoshi game. Race to the finish and eat the enemies that get in your way, though they turn into balls of yarn instead of eggs. The game was criticized for not being that hard, but who cares? This game is meant to be fun for everyone. Even the music fits perfectly, from happy joyful to jazzy upbeat when you explore the fantastic fabric world. Ignore those naysayers. And honestly, that's all I can say. It's fun, it's cute, and you should get it. Yoshi's Woolly World is a woolly wonderland. And just get the game with the amiibo bundle. It's only worth the price of a full price game. That's literally a steal. The Metroid franchise won't be having another game in its series for a while, except for Federation Force, of course. Seriously, fanboys, boycotting a game that hasn't come out yet? So immature. Just wait until it comes out to rightfully hate this, not when it isn't even released. I bring that up because the only thing close to a Metroid game that we got was Axiom Verge. It's retro in art style and plays like a Metroid game, yet it's distinctive enough to make its own identity. In fact, this is what happens when you put H.R. Geiger in charge of pixel art, and it's so eerily spectacular. The world is so organically grotesque, yet it's quite a marvel to gaze at, from the dark bubbles to the grimy forests, and so on. You also have a huge arsenal of weapons to choose from, as well as special abilities like sending in drones and using a distortion field that can glitch up your enemies or obstacles. Even the music fits in all the right ways depending where you go. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention that this was done by one man, Tom Happ? Give this man a medal for his hard work. Axiom Verge is the magnificent Metroid mock-up we're looking for. Give this Metroid clone a buy and you won't regret it. So those are the games of 2015 that I played. And there are so many others that I haven't had the opportunity to try out yet. So, here are the games that I have taken notice. Rocket League. I don't typically play sports games at all, but this looks absolutely fun with its trickster car racing with soccer, and I think that combo is great. It looks chaotically fun to watch, but it'll probably be crazy when I play. Until Dawn. Never fell under my radar until reviews came. Then I found out this was like Heavy Rain, but with slasher movie vibes, and slasher films are my biggest guilty pleasure, so I'm sold. Actually, Scary Game Squad sold me on this game. Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I'm a huge fan of the Ass Creed series, though my white hoodie could be an indicator, but I digress. I've been a little bit hesitant about buying this because of the nightmare fuel-inducing release of Unity. So far from what I've played, it seems nice, but I'll continue playing this in the future. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. After playing the second Witcher game, I've been interested in the next installment. I've been playing a good amount of this game to know that it is absolutely gorgeous to look at, but I feel my adventure with Geralt is only just a fraction of things to come. Life is Strange. I kinda like these adventure games, thanks to The Walking Dead and Indigo Prophecy. Plus, it looks gorgeous and I'll check this game out soon, probably when it gets a physical release since all the episodes are already finished. Fatal Frame, Maiden of Black Water. I never played the original Fatal Frame games yet, but I am interested in this Wii U eShop exclusive. Unfortunately, the reason why I haven't gone around to playing it is because this is a pretty big game to download, like 16 gigabytes at least. So unless you own a 32 gigabyte Wii U, consider yourself SOL. Mad Max. Oh, what a lovely movie Fury Road was, but this game looks decent. It plays like a Batman Arkham game, but with cars and in a huge wasteland to explore, so why not? Sounds like a match made in heaven for any Mad Max fan, so I'll give this game a shot soon. Super Mario Maker! Some are calling this the best game on the Wii U to date, but that's mostly because anyone can make their own Mario level, and the only limit is your imagination. And as much as I love video games, I don't seem to have the motivation to make my own level. Until then, I'll just make do with playing everyone else's levels until then. Ori and the Blind Forest. I already played 1 hour into this game, and it plays like a dream. The animation is fluid and the art direction is as beautiful as the music itself. I'm definitely going to keep playing this, and who knows? Maybe I'll give a review about it in the future. Undertale. Everyone has been singing its accolades, from its morality-based story, great characters, mesmerizing gameplay, and kick-ass soundtrack. I'll play this eventually once the hype train for this game settles down. So there you have it. That is my 2015 year in video games review. And I really wish I could have played more games, but that is going to change in 2016. As you can see, my new PC, Lunar 1, is finally ready. And I'm about to take this show to a whole new level. Because doing this on Premiere Elements and Photoshop Elements isn't going to cut it for me anymore. Especially on a PC that I bought at Best Buy 5 years ago. Maybe I'll take a break and own my editing skills, but who knows? Until then, I'm Moonspirit saying good night. And here's to 2016, everybody. Hey guys, it's me again. I just want to give you a quick update about what's to come for the channel. First off, I want to apologize for my upload schedule. You see, I'm still trying to learn and find my style within the YouTube space, which is the reason why there are so few videos I have made throughout the year or so. And for that, I'm going to take a break and learn more about Premiere Pro, After Effects, and so forth to be a better YouTuber. There might also be a quick review show coming up, which is my To Sum Up series. You see, the original idea was to hyper-edit hours and hours of gameplay into several minutes and highlight the best parts of the game, but then I realized in the long run it wasn't going to be entertaining. So instead, I'm going to try to make it more of a timed review show instead. Maybe 3 minutes or so, we'll see. Also, I'm going to change my review style just a bit more and focus more on game analysis and actually reviewing the game, and less on trying to be funny and adding in jokes, cause referential humor can only get you so far, apparently. There might be some other ideas I have in mind, but we'll see what happens. Well, that's all I gotta say, so I'm Moonspirit saying good night, guys.